Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? I just had something on my mind when I woke up, so I just wanted to do a quick video on not holding on to things and letting things go. I know we all have had a past. We all have had some traumatic things to happen to us, but it's important that we also learn how to let these things go. Whether it was something that happened to you in your childhood, or your mother was missing, your father was missing, you got abused, anything like that. Any trauma that happened to you in your past. Now, I'm not saying to dismiss it or act like it never happened, but what I am saying, and this is including bad relationships that you perceived as bad or that actually were bad, the ability to let things go and not hold grudges allows you to move forward and be progressive. You know what I'm saying? When you hold on to things of the past, it actually has a hold on you, and it actually holds you back from moving forward. So this is why it's important to know how to let things go, right? So one of the ways I learned to let things go is I started looking for the lesson in the experience, because our past is nothing more than a bunch of experiences clumped together to complete what we call our past, right? So if you look at every situation as an experience and see what you could learn out of that situation, it might help you to move on from that situation. And I know when we in especially bad relationships, we tend to only focus on the person that hurt us, the person that did wrong, and we never really look at ourselves. So, because in every situation, especially relationships, you played a role somehow in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? And because you were the person who you were in that relationship, that could be a possibility of why that person was acting the way they act, because you was the type of person that you was in that relationship. So you should always just go back and look at yourself in that situation, but also forgive the person that hurt you. Because a lot of times when you hold on to those things of the past, that person actually still has control of you today. And if you're in another relationship, you actually is bringing that individual into the relationship with you now, whether you speak on it or not. But you feel it, you think about it, and that pain is still there. So it is still having an effect on your current relationship, and it have a current effect on how you actually think and how you move out here when you trying to meet somebody, or when you currently in a relationship. You can be having a whole lot of problems just because that person that hurt you in the past is still dealing with you right now because you didn't forgive and let it go. You know what I'm saying? Never saying forget, because you're always going to remember the traumatic things and the things you perceive as bad. You're always going to remember those. But if you don't forgive it and really let it go, it hinders your progression when you're trying to move forward in a positive, good relationship. So, like I said, when I met my wife, she was taking a break from relationships for a while, and I was actually coming out of a relationship. So my ability to be able to let things go allowed me to move forward in a relationship with my wife with ease, because I wasn't bringing anything that I felt like was bad to this relationship. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really, I let it go and move forward, because I'm not the type of person that continues to hold grudges. I deal with a situation and I move on from it. And then I start reflecting and looking back and saying, okay, well, what did this person do? What didn't I like about this? What didn't I like about that? Then I also self-reflect and look at, well, who was I in this situation and what role did I play? And that has always helped me to move forward when I started to do it that way. Look at what lesson could I learn from this situation versus just focusing on the hurt and the pain from that previous relationship. Because that hurt and that pain, if you stay there, you're going to stay hurt. You're going to stay in pain mode, and that's not what you want to be. You don't want to come into a new relationship with a lot of pain, with a lot of hurt still harboring in your inside. You know what I'm saying? You want to be coming with a clean slate, so that way you can be in a better position to receive the person that is in front of you. You know, and the best way, another way to help you get over these things is you gotta find somebody that you can really trust and that you can really talk to. Because sometimes talking to people and getting it out your system is a way to get over that hurt, is a way to get over that pain. So that way, when you do meet the Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, you'll be ready. You'll be pain free, and like I said, your slate will be clean. And that's the best way you want to come into a relationship, because just like when you was in school, everybody started out with 100%, and as you started to decline, your grades started going down. So when you come into a new relationship, you should come in 100% good. That person should come in 100% good. And I know that's not always reality, but as close to 100% as you can. So that way, when things start happening, you know, you and them still have a high score in your mind. You know what I mean? And you won't just write them off right away. You understand what I'm saying? Or because a lot of times those things that you harboring in your spirit, you might be looking at them way more negative than what you should be looking at some of the things that they doing. Because remember, you always got to learn someone before the relationship really can take off. You know what I mean? So you want to give yourself the ability to truly learn someone with a clean slate. That's all I'm saying. That's pretty much it, man. Like I said, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot. I know a little bit. But I hope this was helpful to someone. See y'all in the next one.